What's up, Cyber Club members? It's your girl, Miss Emily, and I am so glad you're here because I have an amazing episode just for you. Today we're going to make some slime in Science Club, but not just any old slime. This is a very special slime, so stay tuned for that. And in our club, we'll be recycling plastic cups into a glass-stick masterpiece. And for my junior chefs out there, we'll be trying yet another viral TikTok recipe. Will it be a keeper or a fail? You'll have to stick around to see. But first, it's time for Word of the Week. This week's Word of the Week is expedition.
Ooh!
Expedition is a noun which means a going from one place to another, usually of a great distance. Example: have you heard about the herd of wild elephants on an epic expedition across China? Check this out.
You don't usually think of elephants as being sneaky. They're kind of hard to miss. But a herd of Asian elephants is proving that stereotype wrong. The giant beasts were spotted on surveillance cameras, sneaking across a town in China. The 15 pachyderms are from a nature preserve in Yunnan province. Reportedly, they've been migrating north since December of 2020. And sometimes the shortest distance between 2 points is through human-populated areas. The elephants took advantage of the cover of night to make their way across roads and through the town. People did know they were coming. Again, they're elephants. And blocked off the streets with cars to clear a path for them. Those cars were about the same size as the elephants. Asian elephants can grow to 21 feet long and can weigh as much as 11,000 pounds. They're also endangered, according to the World Wildlife Federation. There are fewer than 50,000 of them in the wild. By dawn, the 15 had made themselves scarce. They split town, continuing on their way northward. This is Inside Edition Digital.
Starting from A, let's all sing together.
So do you remember the magnet experiments we did a few episodes ago? Well, today we're going to try a really popular experiment which involves magnetizing slime. Unless you've been living under a rock, you're familiar with slime, and you know there's 1,000 different ways to make it. But this recipe uses half a cup of school glue, a half a cup of good old original shaving cream, 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, a few squirts of lotion, about a half a cup of liquid starch, and 1 teaspoon of iron powder. And of course a magnet. Remember, you'll need neodymium magnets for maximum magnetizing power. And also remember, we don't want to use them around really young kids or pets that might swallow them. Of course, if you do this at home, make sure to get permission first. Alright, let's add our glue. I know that I want to use half a bottle because a bottle has 8 ounces in it and a half a cup has 4 ounces in it. Next, we'll add our shaving cream. Now the starch. Our lotion. And give it a mix. Next, let's add our iron powder. I got this on Amazon if you're wondering. It's not very expensive and it's great for experiments. Combine it together. And finally, it's time for the liquid starch. Smush it all together and you've got slime. Man, it's been a while. I forgot how hard it is to get this off your hands. Alright, let's see if it works. Wow, it does. It looks like it's alive. The magnet actually pulled the powder out of the slime. Look. Let's add a little bit more powder. And maybe a little bit more. It looks like a swamp monster or something. Pretty cool. This would be a great experiment to try in the club. Just make sure you clean up your mess when you're done. Today in art, we'll be making an upcycled masterpiece made out of plastic cups that will melt to look like glass. All we'll need are some plastic cups, permanent markers, and an oven, so make sure to get help from a parent or guardian or a staff member if you do this in the club. Here we have our stack of plastic cups, and these cups are from the Dollar Tree. You don't want to use heavy-duty cups for this or they won't melt. The inexpensive ones from the Dollar Tree are perfect for this. We also have some permanent markers. Now I have only ever used Sharpies and these Cali Art markers for this. So to avoid any possible fume issues, I'd stick with either of those two brands. And now we just want to get some color and pattern onto our cups. Make sure you don't forget the bottom and the rim of the cup, and don't worry about being too perfect, because when the cup is melted, you won't be able to see any mistakes or perfect work anyway. This is optional, but if you want to connect the final pieces together to make a larger piece to hang, use a hole punch to punch several holes around the rim of the cup. Finally, arrange the cups on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper or foil. Then place another baking sheet on top. This will weigh the cups down and help smush them down as they melt. Now ask your parent, guardian, or staff member to put them in an oven set to 350 and let them bake for around 5 minutes. Once they're completely cool, we can check them out. See how they crinkle up and get really shiny like a glass sculpture? Now we can leave them like this, or I like to make a bunch and use some string or wire and link them together into a larger hanging sculpture. We made this a group project at my club and it turned out beautiful. Once you're finished, you can hang it. It's really pretty with the light shining through it. Looks like it's time for our weekly fun fact. Did you know that McDonald's once developed broccoli that tasted like bubblegum? Apparently it was an attempt to get kids to eat healthier, but it didn't go over well with the kid testers who were confused by the taste. I can't imagine why.
This is done.
It's a vegetable.
Snack time! One order of fries, please. What do you want?
I'm not sure. Either a burger or nuggets. Burger or nuggets. Fine. I'll get the burger.
Thank you. Please pull up.
road trip. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round.
I should have got the
wheels on
nuggets.
bus.
All right, chefs, are you ready to try another viral TikTok recipe? I hope so, because today we're making cloud bread. When I saw this recipe, I thought it would be perfect for us to make. It's fluffy and smushy and colorful and sweet, and best of all, it's supposed to be really easy to make. All we need are 3 egg whites, 2.5 tablespoons of sugar, and 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. It doesn't get much easier than that. So what could go wrong? Well, I'm not exactly a noob in the kitchen, so I thought I'd make a beautiful 3-color bread that would put even the best TikTokers to shame. And it seemed like a huge success. Until I took it out of the oven. But you know what? We're Cyber Club, and we don't give up that easy. Are you with me? Let's do this.
Round 2.
Alright, so first the egg whites. This trick has been around forever, but I've never used it because I've never needed egg whites before. But now that we do, it seems like a great time to test it out. Once you've carefully cracked your eggs open, making sure not to break the yolk, take an empty water bottle that you've washed and rinsed out and give it a little squeeze. It should suck the egg yolks right up. And it works! That's so cool! Okay, now take the egg whites and dump them into a mixing bowl and beat them until they get frothy. Next, gradually add the sugar and mix it until bubbly. Finally, sift in the cornstarch, and now we need to beat the mixture until just before our arms fall off, or around 5 minutes. What we're making is called a meringue, which is just a delicate frothy mixture made with beaten egg whites and sugar. Now I'm going to add a little vanilla for flavor and just a little pink food coloring this time, and beat that for a little bit longer. I've lined my baking sheet, and this time I'm going to spray it with a little cooking spray and dump out my cloud bread dough and shape it into a little mound. Now ask your grown-up to help you slide it into an oven set to 350 degrees and let it bake for around 25 minutes. It's time for the moment of truth. This one definitely looks better than the first one. It didn't stick, that's good. And it looks pretty fluffy too. Well, actually, it looks a little wet here. And here. And it tastes like a wet egg with sugar. Not very good at all. Oh well. We still learned some things. We learned that a water bottle really will suck up egg yolks. And we learned that you can't always believe what you see online. So all in all, I call it a success. That's it for me today, but don't forget to check back Wednesday because I'll be showing you a really cool print technique using string, paint, and a book. And Miss Taylora has a cool egg drop science experiment that you don't want to miss. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you Wednesday.